Tensions are rising. The South China Sea is a powder keg, and it's about to explode. China is expanding its military power, while the U.S. is strengthening alliances in Asia. Could war be inevitable? And if it happens, who has the upper hand? The answer might shock you. Stay with me, because what we uncover today could change how you see the world. This isn't just about the South China Sea. It's about power. For decades, the U.S. Navy dominated the Pacific. The 7th Fleet, based in Japan and Guam, was untouchable, the ultimate deterrent. But China is catching up. In just 20 years, China's military has transformed. From a regional force into a global powerhouse, they've built the world's largest navy by sheer numbers, over 350 warships and counting. Their missile technology, deadly, precision-guided, designed to sink American aircraft carriers before they even get close. And their air force, more advanced than ever. Stealth fighters, hypersonic missiles, cyber warfare capabilities. But does that mean China is ready for a direct fight? Let's break it down. Naval-powered China has more ships, but the U.S. has more firepower. 11 aircraft carriers, nuclear submarines, a global network of bases. If war breaks out, the U.S. can strike from anywhere. But here's the catch. China doesn't need to control the whole Pacific. It just needs to control its backyard, the South China Sea. And for that, they have something the U.S. doesn't. Artificial islands turned into military bases, armed with missiles, radars, and airstrips capable of launching jets instantly. In a regional fight, China has the home field advantage, air superiority. The U.S. has the F-35, the most advanced stealth fighter in the world. But China has the J-20, and they're producing more of them every year. Then there's hypersonic missiles, capable of traveling at Mach 5 and evading traditional missile defenses. Guess who has them? China, the U.S., still playing catch-up, cyber warfare and space domination. Modern war isn't just about ships and jets. It's about who controls the information. And here, China has an edge. They've hacked U.S. defense systems, stolen classified military secrets. And in space, China has satellite killers, missiles designed to take out America's GPS and communication networks. Imagine a battlefield where the U.S. is blind, while China sees everything. Scary, right? Alliances and strategy, America's secret weapon. But war isn't fought alone. The U.S. has alliances: Japan, South Korea, Australia, the Philippines. Nations that would join the fight if China makes a move. China mostly stands alone. Russia, distracted by its war in Ukraine. North Korea, a wild card at best. That means if war does break out, the U.S. wouldn't just fight alone, it would fight with an entire coalition behind it. The trigger, what could start a war? So here's the big question. What would actually trigger a U.S.-China war? Taiwan. China sees Taiwan as part of its territory. The U.S. sees Taiwan as a critical ally. If China invades, the U.S. has two choices: fight or let China take control. Either option, a global disaster. Here's the hard truth. No one wins a war between the U.S. and China. The economic collapse? Devastating. Casualties in the millions. And worst of all, both nations have nuclear weapons. If things spiral out of control, we're not just talking about a regional conflict. We're talking about World War III. So, is war inevitable? Not yet. Both nations still have too much to lose, but the risk? It's higher than ever. One miscalculation, one military accident, and suddenly the world is at war. What do you think? Is the U.S. ready or already behind? Comment below. Let's debate. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because trust me, this story is far from over.